Good morning, everybody, and Happy New Year! It is an awesome day for several reasons. One is because I love it when I already kind of know what I'm going to talk about because I just keep getting this prompting over and over and over again. Two, I'm committing to some goals, and one of them is you can kind of see my disaster behind. That's one of my goals, baby. I got to get this place in order. I've noticed that the more I'm starting to organize myself inside and I'm processing my feelings, I'm helping to get rid of the junk that I've experienced in my life, that it's starting to go outwards. It's starting to, I'm able to start to organize some of the things in life that I just never was able to. It's like things are starting to click. So I'm going to be reorganizing my office so that probably the next video you see, it'll look a little different. I'll just keep it at that. But anyways, I'm excited. I'm excited to talk to you about something that I kind of had a life's lesson learned this morning. And that brings you right to the goals and the learning and, how we achieve them and stuff like that. So let's just get started. I'm really excited today because one of the things is I woke up this morning. I'm doing my morning ritual, if you want to call it that. It's the things that gets me excited and going throughout the day. Things that I want to make sure that I get accomplished that day no matter what. And some of those are like, first, I do my reading. I read in the scriptures or some form of a spiritual text. I then also do some, my mind just went blank, and I do this every morning. Some motivational stuff. I listen to some motivational music, some things that empower me to help keep me moving forward. I read 10 minutes in my book. I do the power of 10 on several different things. And then I start the day. Well, as soon as I'd finish that, my daughter comes in and says, "Dad, the toilet's clogged." I'm like, okay, I'll be in there in just 1 second. But a few minutes later, I hear, "Levi, why didn't you leave it alone? Wait for Dad." Yep. I go in there, water is everywhere. And I'm going, no. But hey, nonetheless, grab some towels, quickly throw it all around, mop it up. Fortunately, it was clean water. So I get it all mopped up. And then I taught my son a lesson. Not like a beat the boy down type of lesson, but just a lesson that we all need. And that's a lesson of learning. In life, we want to do and accomplish things, but we need to learn how to do that. We need to take the steps to learn the skills that are necessary to accomplish that. So in this instance, my son had the toilet overflow. He wanted to be helpful. He wanted to do it. He said, "I can do this." But what he didn't realize is you need to shut off the water first so that if it doesn't go down, and as you're trying to plunge, that it's not going to come up all over everything else. So he didn't learn how to do that. He didn't learn how you're supposed to use a plunger. He didn't learn, to move everything out before you start doing it. There's a lot of little learning things that had he done it, even if it would have overflowed, it wouldn't have been as big of a deal because it would just been a little bit instead of all over the whole bathroom. And so that brings us to exactly what we want to talk about today in our goals. We set goals. Okay, everybody, I can't believe I'm on Facebook already. I'm setting another goal and I'm going to lose 30 pounds or I'm going to do this. And all of these goals they're talking about they're going to do. And it's the same goal they've set year after year after year after year. People, it doesn't change. Give it a week, a month, you're done. You've got to learn what it is you need to do to accomplish that. And the second thing is you've got to decide, really, is that a goal you really want? Talk to so many people and they say, "Oh, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. Well, if they're going to lose 30 pounds and it was truly that goal that they were just diehard, they were going to do whatever they can for, they would lose the 30 pounds. It's not that. You need to discover. Maybe it actually isn't the physical exercise you need. Maybe it's you need to control your eating. Maybe it's you need to be better eat better. So healthier foods, get rid of the sweets and the sugars and remove that stuff. Maybe it's, you need to understand where your body's at. You need to understand if you need, more fruits and veggies, or if you need to maybe go off of sugar completely. You need to understand your body. You need to understand exactly where you are at. That's part of the learning process. You need to learn, okay, I'm physically strong, but man, I'm drained with energy. Well, why is that? That has nothing to do with going out and exercising more. That has nothing to do to go run a few more laps to help generate energy. No. You've got to discover what that is. So you got to start learning. You've got to start applying what you learn. That is the difference between achieving a goal, getting closer to a goal, than not at all. We have to learn. We have to learn and break down those steps. So just like I said, using the weight as an object, because that's a huge one. Sorry, I realize I got to slow down here. Take a breath, Tony. We have to learn about our goal. So I've used that as an example. I've used the example of weight loss because that is a huge one. I cannot believe, seriously, 2018 looked, and I check in to see if there's any comments or anybody who wants to join the You're Amazing group. And I couldn't believe how many people, it was all about weight loss. It was all about, exercising to trim their body. I was just going, okay, something's amiss. Because some of these people that are saying they need to lose weight, they definitely can. But they've been saying it for year after year after year after year. So what's the difference? I dare say there's two things. One, they've got a lot of emotional junk. That emotional baggage is holding on to that weight like, oh, get out, man. It's like it's got those claws, and it's just holding it in. Two is they are not aware of their body and exactly what they need. So we need to study out whatever our goal is. And we need to study it, and then we need to break it down. One of my goals for this year is to increase my speaking tenfold. I want to do some pro bono stuff. I want to do some paid gigs. I want to increase that ability to reach out and to talk with more people, and share this message of empowerment with beyond this realm and much further. And so as part of that, I had to research, okay, what do I need to do? How do I get out of there? And so I broke it down. I said, well, I need to see if there's any speaking organizations. I need to see if there's any businesses that are constantly advertising that they want speakers. And so I broke it down into pieces. I've got like 10 steps that I broke it down to, action steps. Once you take those steps down, and then you start talking to people who, what they did. And maybe that's even first, but I haven't been able to find somebody I could talk to break that down. So I had to just kind of go through my own process. But once you learn what it is you need to do, then those goals become actually achievable and actually start to actualize. You will actually start to see them. I like using actually because it's true. It will work. Now, I want you to think of your goal. Let's break it down. Simplify it. Because within a goal, there's several other little goals. So, for instance, again, going back to my speaking, I have to research what organizations are out there. So I have to spend some time and some understanding of this. Then, for instance, I found like 10 different speaking organizations. Well, now I want to narrow it down to like only 2 or 3 that I want to join. Maybe it's only 1. I don't know. I need to figure that out. And so I start narrowing it down and narrowing it down. Well, as I do that, that gives me the steps that I need to take. And then once I've got that organization, I can reach out and say, okay, what do I need to do to join your organization? What are the requirements? Does it fit within what I can do with my existing schedule, or do I need to juggle some things? That's what we need to do, is we need to break down our goals into the tiny action steps so that we can actually achieve them. Now let's say that, and this is my process, I'm just going through this. So if it's something of just being able to read online or something like that, fantastic. But if you can go talk to somebody, better. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to go talk to them. You want to find out what it is that you need to do that you can lose weight. You can go speak more. You can, stop drinking. You can, whatever it is. Talk to somebody else to learn what their steps were. Now, if you can't find somebody, in my case, like I said, I reached out to somebody and they told me no. They told me no, I don't have time. Well, that's fine, okay. So what I did is then I identified speakers that are who I want to be like, or who empower me, or there's certain attributes I like about them. And I looked at what they did. You could just look at their YouTube videos and you listen to them, and you can hear how they started, how they began. They talk, I reached out to so-and-so, and I actually showed up on his doorstep, and I said, I'm here to learn. Well, okay, that gives me an action step if it's something I want to do. And now, as we identify these action steps, there's going to be some that are going to cause you to go, ah! And you're going to scare the living daylights out of you. But there's going to be others that it's going to be like, okay, I can do this, no problem. Well, we want to take those action steps and move forward. As you are moving forward, you will fail. You will fail. But that's okay. Failure is part of growth. Failure is what I want to call is fail forward or fail progressive, which is how can you fail forward? How can you fail progressive? You fail forward by learning the things, the lessons that did not work with the previous failure. Then it's not a failure. That's actually an accomplishment, because you've now discovered exactly what it is you shouldn't do again. Or you've discovered, I can do this, but I need to tweak it a bit. That is what I'm talking about. Failure is inevitable. Unless you are to sit down and do nothing, you're going to fail. And frankly, sitting down doing nothing is the worst kind of failure, in my opinion, because you're not doing anything. You're not progressing. You are not excelling in life. You are not reaching out beyond your potential. And you have a lot of it. You are amazing. And that's why I keep going over these things. I hope you just understand them. Break down your goals. Little teeny pieces. That way, if it's like a ladder, you can go one step, next step, next step, next step, next step. And soon you have gotten to the top, which is your goal. You've reached it. You've accomplished it. And that's exactly what we're talking about. So look at your goal. Discover what it is you need to know about it. Learn about it. Learn what you need to do to accomplish that goal. And break it down into individual pieces. Then you'll accomplish those goals. You'll realize exactly how amazing you are. As you break those as you accomplish those little teeny goals, you'll realize that you are amazing. It'll just help give you that moment of success, that extra little boost of confidence that can carry you into this new year. You're amazing. Don't forget it. Please write your goals down below. Let's help encourage and support and empower each other so that we can accomplish and make this the best year ever. Please check out the previous episode about making it the best year ever. You can do a search on my website, or just look for the best year ever in my YouTube channel. But thank you so much for listening. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for inviting. We've had an influx of people who have come in, so thank you so much for sharing this message. I do this for you. I'm glad to be able to share this message and hope to empower you to realize there is so much in life that we just have the blessings of the world that you deserve. So please don't forget it. Please share this message. Accomplish your goals. Have a wonderful, fabulous week, month, year, and let's make it the best one ever. You're amazing. Rise up to the challenge. Have a great day.